Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making some brown stewed turkey wings. So I'm going to get right to the ingredients. I love turkey wings. It's literally my favorite part of turkey. I love it. It's nice, it's juicy, it's a nice thing to do. Some people barbecue their turkey wings, but I really like to just put it in a nice pot with some nice gravy and stew it. So here we go. I got 4 pounds of turkey wings that are cut up. I removed the hair off of the turkey wings because they're really unappetizing to see for some. I have a half a cup of brown sugar here, a few sprigs of thyme, 2 small carrots. I got some all-purpose seasoning, meat seasoning. I got chicken seasoning over here. I'm sorry for that. This is some Cajun seasoning, and this is a jar of my epis or green seasoning. You can find the recipe for that on my YouTube channel. Just tap the description and I'll put the link right there. So the first thing we're going to start to do is season it. So I have a large spoon of my green seasoning here, or epis as I should say, and I'm just going to put it right there on top of the turkey wing. The first thing we're going to do is add our all-purpose seasoning. And this is about a tablespoon. Just lightly sprinkle it. I'm going to add my Cajun seasoning next. I had to take the cover off of this because it was coming out too slow, but this is the brand of Cajun seasoning that I use. You can use any one that you like. If you don't have it, you can substitute for Old Bay and that'll work. So I'm just going to put a little bit on it. I'm also going to use some chicken seasoning. And I know we're making turkey, but chicken seasoning will work because it's for poultry. And you really don't need to add a lot of the powdered seasonings because the green seasoning will take care of it. And last but not least, I'm using some meat seasoning. And that's it. Just like a teaspoon of each. And there we have it. Our meat is seasoned. I just want you to take a nice look at the blend of ingredients. You see how nice that looks? All of these flavors will blend together and create the perfect harmony that you will see at the end of this video. Guys, this is super easy to make, so don't stress yourself out if you can't find ingredients. You can swap out the ingredients for Old Bay, chicken, even Mrs. Dash. Any of your Mrs. Dash seasonings will work for this recipe. So let's get into it. I got myself a huge pot here, and I tend to use this pot because it's nice and big. It has a really good lid to create some steam. The steam is what helps cook the turkey. So I got my lid over here, I got my pot, and now I'm going to turn the fire on. I'm going to set it to medium. It's about number 4 on your pot. I got this here. While my pot is warming up, I am going to massage all the ingredients in with my hand. So here we have our meat that's now seasoned. I rubbed in all of the ingredients. And as you can see, there's not that much seasoning on the turkey wings, but you really don't need to put too much seasoning on this because what we did is enough. So this is just a close-up of what the meat looks like. So my pot is hot. It's on number 4. I'm going to add my oil. So I've added my oil, and I only use a 1/4 cup of oil. You don't need too much oil for this dish, guys. The fat on the turkey releases oil, so you really don't need too much. Oops. Always be careful. That's how I know my oil is ready. So I'm going to add my brown sugar now. So what we're going to do now is allow our sugar to melt. Once it begins to bubble up, then we will add our turkey and just allow it to release its own juices and we'll use that to create a nice rich gravy. We'll add some carrots into this. This should take about an hour and 15 minutes for it to fully steam, and you'll be great to go. I'm just gonna stir some of it around. And we're waiting for it to begin to bubble up. Once it bubbles up, that's when we will add the turkey. And this is literally my favorite part of making this dish. I just love to melt brown sugar. There's just something that is so satisfying about watching brown sugar caramelize itself and release all that flavor. You guys are gonna love this. All right, so this happens literally in about 30 seconds, and you gotta be quick. Now it's time to add our turkey. So there's a little bit of seasoning here left behind in the container we used to season the turkey, so I'm just going to add it on top. And all I'm doing is stirring the pot and making sure that all of the turkey is evenly coated in the brown sugar. So this is all I did, guys. In the meantime, over here, I do have some yellow coconut rice with lima beans cooking here. I'll make a video for that soon, but there you go. Let's cover our lid. All right, so here's our turkey wings. They've been stewing underneath here for an hour now. What I'm going to do now is add some water and our carrot. All right, so I added 3 cups of water to this. I'm going to stir it up, and I'm going to cover the pot again, turn the fire up back to number 4, and we're going to let this cook for another 30 minutes. And the purpose of doing this is to make sure the meat is fall off the bone tender. Here's our gravy. All right, so here's the finished product. Everything is ready now. I did end up adding another cup of water to this because it was slowly starting to dry out, and I really liked it to have a lot of gravy, but that's totally optional. But this is ready now. I got some plantain frying over there. I got my rice up here. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can serve it with rice, you can have it with steamed vegetables, anything you like at all. But this is our finished product. If you want the meat to be a little bit softer, then you'll have to cook it for another 30 minutes. But this is pretty much good enough. I tasted it and the meat is tender enough. Here you are. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.